is now.
Yeah,
Awesome.
this is
So
you about that.
no, that's okay. This is Alexander here, the mysterious voice you might have heard.
Sorry, give me a second.
Yeah,
it will,
that's okay.
it will show up.
That's all good. Yeah, so we have different types of events that we have. We have local events that are just for us Conestoga students, and you can access this through the GDC platform portal that I'll show you again in a little bit. We also have global events too that aren't just with our chapter or our school. It's with other chapters, other schools from around the globe. There is over like 200 Google Developer Student Clubs. So these global events allow you to connect, talk, discuss, and meet other university chapters as well. There's a YouTube channel called Think Outside the Valley that you can check out past events that have been streamed there as well. Yeah. With that, I'm going to pause here, go back to meet our team. Alexander, you want to talk a little bit? Say hi.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I was a little bit late, but it will just. Yeah. My name is Alexander. I'm a GDC mentor and VP at Conestoga College. I was a president of this club last year, and this year I'm kind of just like guiding and sharing my experience, I guess. So yeah, that's my role here. So
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, scrolling back here. So some events that we have or that we have previously done. We've done lots of stuff, and it's not just with Google technologies. We've done stuff with like Adobe XD, lots of Flutter, TensorFlow. We've done some React and some Node stuff as well. So there's a very wide range of different events that we've done. And some events. Oh, actually, the GDC portal. Yeah. So when you sign up to be a member and when you sign up to events, a lot of that stuff is done through this portal. And you can actually view other schools and what events that they are doing and global events there as well. Yeah, and I can show you that here. Awesome. So when you land on this page here, you might want to bookmark it. We can send it in the chat as well. And this is where y'all should have signed up already to actually get into this event. But yeah, so this is our main page. We have a little About Us section, upcoming events, and our past events as well, if you want to check those out. And all of the core team are listed below here if you want to check that stuff out. We have some photos and some videos as well. Yeah, it's all pretty self-explanatory and basic. When you do click on events, you should get a button that says like RSVP. You click on that, you fill out the form, and then you should get a Google invite with the Bevy link. So this platform that we use to do events and stuff. Yeah. If you scroll down, we'll have like more information. Sometimes when we do in-person events, they'll have a address with the room number and stuff. We do a lot of things at the Waterloo campus, not so much at the other campuses. So just be aware of that. Yeah, if you go to the main page of this, you can learn a little bit more about GDSC, and you can actually see all the clubs and search around. So if you're not from here, and let's say you want to know like your hometown or something, if they have a GDSC, you can go ahead and search up that stuff. Yeah, and you can actually see different events that are happening right now too. And some of these you are able to attend as well. And it's the same process as what we've been through. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So upcoming events. So we have a Ideathon, and this is to help support and generate ideas for the solution challenge, which I'll get into in a little bit. We're planning on doing some resume reviews and bringing in some recruiters to get some tips on resumes for co-op students and new graduates. Planning on doing some like group or team leak codes where we'll gather in like an in-person event, and basically you can form a team and do some leak codes, and whoever wins gets a prize or something. We'll be continuing our data structures and algorithms stuff that Sanjay has been doing in Python as well. We have a dev container, Docker, and Kubernetes workshop, and that's to sort of contain and manage a lot of your projects, which is a very in-demand skill to have. Highly recommend going to that one, as well as Git and GitHub, and just learning sort of the back end side of those things. If you do have any ideas for events, feel free to like message me or any one of the core team members. And we'll also be doing some feedback forms as well that we can hear what you would like. We can bring in speakers. We can try and do some stuff ourselves as well. That way we get exactly what y'all want. Yes, Alexander?
Okay. Yeah, I just want to briefly like tell you about this referral tracker app, and like what it is and what is our plan for this semester. So this is an app that we started working on last semester, essentially since September, and the basic idea is that we want to encourage people refer other refer other people and kind of ask them to join the club and stuff like that. So, and yeah, the more people you kind of ask to join our club and they actually join the club, then this person like would be rewarded. So this is like a basic idea. I hope it wasn't confusing, but essentially, yeah, we started development. So this is a Flutter and Firebase app. We have a repository under our GitHub organization. So if you, at the end we'll have like a link tree where you will be able to see all the links. And there is our GitHub. So if you go there, it's like the first thing that will be on top. And we encourage you to contribute. So essentially, last semester we had two very active contributors, and we sent them prizes, and we kind of want to do that the same during this semester as well. So during the previous term we had like coding Mondays where I actually kind of walked through some of Flutter and Firebase concepts, but this semester we will not have those. We will just kind of have ask you to contribute to this project without coding Mondays. So essentially, there are tickets under GitHub project as well. Essentially you will be able to see what work is required to be done. There are like 5 tickets at this moment, I believe. So if you want to work on a specific feature, just message me on Discord, and I will be able to assign this ticket to you. And then after you complete this feature, you'll get like a point or something. And then again, at the end of the semester, people who get the most points will get a reward. And this is essentially the plan. And ideally, we would like this app to be implemented by the end of the semester, but it's like probably unrealistic. But still, maybe this semester we'll get a lot of people who want to be involved in that. And also, like, a nice thing about that is, you will be able to put this project on your resume as well. You can say, okay, I contributed to this open source project, and it kind of puts you higher up, and kind of helps you to stand out a little bit when you're applying for a job. So this is also, so we encourage you to contribute to this project. So, okay, I am done with this part. Maybe it took me a little bit too long to explain all of that, but
it's okay. Awesome. It's still you too.
I guess I will talk for about the next few slides. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Ed. Yeah, employers love to see contributions to open source projects. So yeah, that's essentially why we wanted to create something for you to contribute to. And then again, you can put it on your resume. Cool. Then moving on, other programs. So I think like Gavin explained to you, and probably like all of you know what GDSC is, and it's one of four, or again one of many Google initiatives that Google supports directly, right? So there are like over 800 clubs like ours around the globe, and it's like a network of them, right? So it's not just our club; it's a network across the globe. And then there are other three main, I guess, programs that you might be interested in. So I'm also involved as a lead organizer of GDG Waterloo. So it stands for Google Developer Group. And essentially, we kind of do the same stuff as GDSC, but we do it not only for students, but also for a greater community in the city, right? So it's basically the same. We also run events, but it's not only for students, but for everyone who is interested, right, um, in learning something new, I guess. And yeah, we are specifically focused on the region of Waterloo, but again, there are a bunch of other chapters around the globe. I will share this link. Yeah, please go ahead and join. Yeah, because we do host a lot of great events, and yeah, we will host a lot of great events. So one of the examples can be Deaf Fest that probably some of you attended, and it was in like a day-long conference at the Google office, and it was about AI. Um, I guess AI technology and machine learning, and yeah, this was I guess the biggest event last year. But I just encourage you join. And again, it doesn't matter if you're a student or no. Just share it with your friends and encourage them to join. So yeah, and then women makers. So it's mostly oriented um, and focused on women and underrepresented groups. And also we have GDEs, so Google Developer Experts, and it's essentially if you are very experienced in the field, you like feel free to apply there, and you will have you will be able to become a Google expert. Uh, and then yeah, what Google experts do, they just help communities like GDAC and GDG and WTM run workshops, and just yeah, deliver great content to you. So yeah, let's move on, I guess. Yeah, just it's the same link that I just sent in the chat. Please go ahead and join. So yeah, again, another Google community, bigger events, and yeah, meet industry professionals. It just again, it's kind of, especially if you are graduating very soon, I guess it's a very helpful community to you all. Even if you are just a first year student, it's still good to meet people outside the school, and yeah, kind of be exposed to stuff like out of school generally. So yeah, cool. Okay, a solution challenge. I guess yeah. I will also briefly talk about that. So I guess Gavin will kind of introduce you to that more in detail, because there's like another slide deck for that. But yeah, in a few words, Solution Challenge is a global Google competition for students, right? And the goal is to create a solution to one or many of the 17 UN Sustainable Goals. And yeah, essentially you can, and it has started already, right? So it began this month, and you need to submit your project in March this year. And yeah, you essentially create a team from 2 to 4 people. You work together, create a great project, and then submit it. And yeah, essentially it's kind of hackathon. Um, yeah, I would say, but it's like a little bit longer, right? So it's from January to March, and there are a bunch of great prizes. And yeah, I guess like from Google directly, so you can get like some mentorship, you can get some again prizes like money and other swag, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah, join our club, and
Yeah. So
yeah,
if you scan this, it should take you to like a link tree or something. There are 2 steps that you have to do. There's the GDSC portal, which you probably should have already done to get into this event. But there's also the CSI form. If you did it last semester, you can do it again just to make sure that you're in the club. And this just ensures that you will get prizes. And if CSI does anything like the free sweaters, if side note, if you haven't picked those up already, you can pick them up now. If they do something like that again, they know that you're like paying your fees. That's really the biggest thing. But yeah, do those 2. If you also do the CSI forum, you're able to get into our Discord as well. Sorry. And yeah, we post more like announcements, events, and you can like find some groups and learn about some external events as well. Yeah, awesome. I believe that's yes. Thank you, thank you. This is just our info session part. We're going to talk a lot about the solution challenge. Just hang tight for like a minute.
yeah. And just to add to what Gavin said about this link tree, kind of the first 2 steps are kind of mandatory, but then the rest are optional. But still, I would encourage you to sign up for everything, just because you will, keep up to date.
I do see the question in the chat. We have to sign up for this again for the semester. It's a gray area because I'm not too sure on how CSI does their or keeps track of their members. Last semester, they told me that yes, they needed you need to sign up again. But this semester they didn't say that, but they didn't say that that's not what it was. So I'm a little confused. So I would suggest just signing up again. It won't hurt anybody.
Correct. Just to clarify, step 1. So GDSC portal, you do not need to sign up again. You stay there, the whole time. Yeah. The second step is the one that needs to be repeated every semester. I'm pretty sure they just forgot to mention that. But so you need to fill out this form just because, like the second one. Yeah.
Yep.
This one. Because they want to make sure that you pay TSI fee, and usually again it's included in your tuition. But if you haven't paid yet, they will just email you, and it's like just $4, I believe. But again, probably all of you have already paid it, so just go there, just fill out this form again, and it should be good.
Awesome. Yeah. And then the rest is just resources that you're able to check out. Our GitHub, LinkedIn, Instagram, that sort of thing. There's the GDG here as well. Think Outside the Valley, our YouTube channel, all that good stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Just give me 1 minute to get the other slide deck here.
I guess if anyone from the audience has any questions regarding the content that was just covered, please feel free to type your question.
Awesome. Any sessions around GSOC? I do not know what GSOC is.
Yeah,
Alexander, do you know what that is?
Let's see.
Oh, yes. Interestingly enough, someone from Google actually messaged me yesterday telling me to talk about it or like plan an event around it. So yeah, that will be coming. You should see some announcements or something. I'm not exactly sure when, but probably relatively soon. And then probably again closer to like the actual date as well. Yeah. I'm not too sure on the details exactly. But yeah, it should be, you should hear something.
Well, thank you for introducing me to this.
Yeah.
Because it's the first time I hear about something about this. Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. Cool.
Awesome. So we're going to start off with a quick little hype video. I think it's like a minute or 30 seconds. I'm not exactly sure how the audio will be. Just let me know if y'all can't hear it or anything.
I do not hear anything. Just if there is any audio.
Okay. It's just music.
Okay.
It's just some bongos. Just
Okay.
pretend like there's bongos playing.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I will not try to replace it. Anyway.
Yay. Cool. Oh, we don't want to play it again. Cool. Yeah. So yay, the solution challenge. So this is Google's like super big initiative for GDSC to try and get students some real world practice and along trying to help make an impact by targeting the UN sustainability goals. Yeah, and we'll get into all of this as well. So Alexander already mentioned 2 to 4 students in a group. And really, you're trying to build a project that focuses on one or more of the 17 UN Sustainability Development Goals, also known as SDGs, that you might hear throughout this presentation. Yeah, so you have about 3 months to design and create and build your project. And it doesn't have to be a completed project. It just has to be like a proof of concept. As long as it sort of works, you'll be eligible to like win some prizes and all that stuff too. They really focus too on like what you foresee with this project. So again, not everything has to work as long as it's just a minimal viable product. Yeah, the projects are judged by the GDSC North America team. So not by us here, not at Conestoga. You're competing with all the North American GDSCs. This includes like UW and also like colleges in the States and that sort of thing. So it's a really cool way to see other people's projects and sort of have a competition between other schools and that sort of thing. Awesome. So as an overview for the 17 UN SDGs, there's things like no poverty, no hunger, good health, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, renewable energy, good jobs and economic growth, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, reasonable consumption, climate action, life below the water, life on land, peace and justice, and partnership for the goals. Now, your project doesn't have to completely end hunger or completely eradicate poverty, right? That's not the plan. But we do want to see some sort of impact, even if it's the smallest impact on one of these goals. So unfortunately, it's not really set up for, let's say, like a game. But we have seen some projects in the past take games and take, let's say, like reasonable consumption and turn sort of this game into almost like an educational tool to help people understand, what they're eating and that sort of thing. So you are able to like mix and match certain things, but it's really targeted towards these 17 goals here. Now, the solution challenge timeline. So yeah, it already started. It started like last week, but there's no need to panic or anything. You have 3 months to get your project up and running. So the first couple weeks here, we're going to be trying to do some events that focus on getting you ideas, building some groups, and getting your project started. Yeah, and again, this is what they call the learning and building phase. So we're going to try and do some events and bring in speakers that might be applicable to your projects. They really want to see at least one project per school be submitted for the solution challenge. Yeah, so after that, there is some evaluations. And again, this is all done by the GDC North America team. And then the top 100 global teams are announced. And there is this mentorship phase where actual people who work at Google are able to chime in on your project and give you some feedback in ways that can elevate your project or grow it even more, or even tools in an understanding of maybe where it fell short and where it needs improvement and where you did really well in, that sort of thing. Then you submit again, and then the summer is pretty much just evaluations, and they have this live stream where they get to showcase the top 3 winners. Yeah. So our next event that is sort of facilitating this is planned to be an idea-a-thon. It is planned to be next week, and the event should be posted in the next day or so. And again, it's really just to generate those ideas on the 17 SDGs. And we're actually collaborating with the Sustainability Club here at Conestoga, which is actually something really cool. They're going to come in and sort of talk about the 17 goals and ways that we can apply some technology to help these goals, help generate ideas, and you actually might even be able to collaborate with one of them to have them as like a project manager or like a UX designer, that sort of thing. It's also another way to meet other members who are also interested in the solution challenge, and hopefully y'all can group up and be able to submit something. Yeah, and these could be people from other programs and even people that aren't from like software. You can have people that are UX designers and that sort of thing too. We'll also have some giveaways and snacks, which is always important. Yeah. If you are doing anything with the web and you want a domain, I can actually get you some free Google domains. Yeah, all you have to do is just message me. I can hopefully get you something. It just has to be used for the solution challenge, and you have it for a year. It might take a couple days just to get you set up with that stuff. But yeah. That's also available, as well as some Google Cloud credits. I'm pretty sure I can also get you some if you're interested in doing anything with the cloud there as well. Awesome. So prizes. So the top 100 teams are going to get that mentorship from Googlers and experts to really take their solution to the next level, as well as some swag, so t-shirt and a certificate. The top 10 finalists receive all that stuff, plus some extra, they said swag box. I'm not exactly sure what's in it, but I'm assuming more swag. And they will also be showcased on the Demo Day Live YouTube when that's done in August. And then some finalists will be able to get additional seven recognized teams will get a cash prize per student. So it depends on, I guess, how many students there are in the team. You can only have up to 4. And if it says not exceed $4,000, I'm assuming $1,000 per person. Yeah, the top 3 winners will get the swag box. They will get cash prize, and I believe that this is usually like $3,000 per person. And they will also be featured on Google Developers blog and the live stream as well. Awesome. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of the judging criteria. You'll actually have access to all these slides on our Discord, which I will show you a little bit for the solution challenge. There's a couple threads there. But yeah, one of the biggest things is the impact and how can sort of the judges see your project having how big of an impact or how meaningful is that impact. Yeah, that's just something to sort of consider when they are judging you. Technology, it is a Google Developer Student Club, so you do get extra points for using some Google technology. They do want to see at least something to do with Google in there. But that's not the entire point. It's also how effective you use the technology and that sort of thing. Can it scale? Is it decoupled? That sort of thing. Yeah, so when you do submit, there is a little bit of a documentation process that you have to do. It should be relatively short. You're not going to write a 10,000 word essay or anything, but just answering a few questions like what's your problem statement? What goals did you focus on? How can you see this project going further? What kind of testing did you do? Did you get feedback? Did you implement that? All that sort of thing. And you do have to upload a video of your solution as well. Maximum 2 minutes. You can interact with it. It can be sort of a hype video, completely up to you. Yeah. A lot of the stuff after the previous slide is really just resources for y'all to check out when you are doing the solution challenge. So there's some slides on how to get a good problem statement. There's some other slides on, I guess it's here. Yeah, the self-paced code labs. So if you are interested in doing something that maybe our club isn't doing, for example, if we don't have any events on cloud, there's actually self-paced code labs that Google helped design on the website. I will, again, share these slides with you so then you can go and check that stuff out. Yeah, there's more videos here. I'm not going to play them, but these videos are here to help you get some ideas and make sort of a project plan. Yeah, more resources to help you. If you're interested in sort of who won and what projects won before, there is the videos as well as some descriptions. I namely want to call out UW. They actually won, I think, like first place last year, and they focused on creating an app for youth to get access to accurate and reliable menstrual education and resources, which I think is fantastic. But there's also some other even smaller with still meaningful, impactful sort of topics. I believe 2 years ago, there was like a vaccine calculator app that won. So again, it doesn't have to be this whole big project with all these different microservices and stuff. It can be something as simple as, right, like a vaccine calculator, as long as it's something meaningful and impactful. So where to sort of go from here? Well, the next step is to join us for the Idea-a-thon. I am actually super excited about it. It will be in person and online. You want to create a group and settle on an idea, and then you just want to start building. There's tons of resources online from our YouTube channel and as well as I think outside the Valley if you are using some Google technologies. You can attend events that will help you with your project. Again, with the Idea-a-thon, we'll end up probably having some sort of hackathon or demo day as well as any events that y'all want, in terms of like if you want a speaker to come in and talk about Firebase, that sort of thing. You can let me know, and we can totally find someone to come out and sort of talk about that stuff. Yeah, and then you submit. Yeah. So FAQs, I'm not going to go into detail, but there are some questions that are very commonly asked, as well as the Google Solution Challenge website that we can take a peek at as well. That will have a lot of your answers. If you're still questioning things, feel free to send me a message, me or Alexander or any one of the core team, and we can answer your questions. Awesome. So let's take a peek at the website. You do have to register, but you don't register with like a group or anything. You just register yourself, and then you submit it as a group. I'll post this in the chat here. Awesome. Yeah, so you can find tons of more information than sort of what I covered here. You can click register, you can register below, and then you start forming a team, and then you can submit. And submissions, again, are sort of like late March, so you have lots and lots of time. Yeah, this is really it. If you want to learn more about the sustainability goals, they have tons of information here, and they even have example projects, which is pretty awesome as well. Yeah. Is there any questions or anything? I know it's kind of a lot to take in. And Alexander, did I miss anything? Anything you want to add? I will take that as a maybe.
Sorry, I was trying to find a button to put me back here.
All good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think you covered like everything, I guess. Yeah. And I also just wanted to add, like, everything is probably also available on the official site of the Solution Challenge. So yeah.
Yeah. I do see a question. Are there any Google Cloud sessions? Nothing I have planned, but definitely something I can get going. I know a few people that do Google Cloud stuff that I can totally ask to come in. Let me write that down. GDSC.
Yeah, like last year there have been like some initiatives like 30 days of Google Cloud, and essentially different chapters, GDSC chapters, they hosted like a session about Google Cloud, and it was like in total it was 16 sessions, and you could learn like different pieces of Google, like I guess focused on different sectors of Google Cloud. So it was just like an introductory, then there was like networking, machine learning, and architecture. I believe these were the 4 paths that you could focus on. So yeah, it was very cool. So yeah, we try to create something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Does that answer your question? Nothing definitive yet, but I wrote it down to make sure that we get something in for you at the very least. And again, if you're interested in Google Cloud credits, let me know. I'm very positive I can get you some. Yeah. Cool. I'm going to post this form in here. If you fill it out, it's more of just like solution challenge stuff, but if you're not planning on doing it, just fill it out as best as you can. We will be doing a raffle afterwards. If you can, please double check your spelling on emails. I get a lot of emails that I cannot get a hold of the person because it's spelt wrong or a number is wrong, and then it just kind of doesn't go anywhere. So I was actually part of GDC at my previous college, and I wanted to know about Google Cloud. Yeah, for sure. I know a lot of students that are into cloud. I am not, so I don't have the best idea of like where to start or anything. But yeah, I'm more than willing to either get one of the core team members to do it, or get a speaker to come and talk.
Yeah, also maybe one of the ideas, like we have this referral tracker app. If maybe we next at the end of the semester, like people who contribute the most, we can give them like free credits to special like Google Labs. So like you'll be able to learn Google Cloud from Google itself, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Yeah. With that, I did schedule some time for some networking and stuff. If y'all sort of want to like meet each other, I know it kind of sucks that it's virtual and not in person, because these things can be more awkward online. Yeah, if we want, we can. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I'm going to open up some breakout rooms. If y'all want to stay and chat, I believe you should be able to move to rooms. Maybe I don't. I don't really know. I haven't played around with the breakout rooms in this yet. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. If you have any more questions or anything, reach out to me or Alexander or any of the core team members.
Yeah, or just drop your question in the channel,
Yes.
in the server itself. Yeah, this way,
Yeah.
like other people will be able to see it as well.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
So Discord link, it's a like we try to kind of keep Discord open only for the official.
Oh. Oopsie, I think I just moved Alexander to one of the rooms.